Hey guys, what's up? Dax here. Today we are here with some F1 2014 Singapore gameplay. Now, we haven't got Monaco, but the closest thing we can have to a bit of craziness is Singapore. A very sort of tight street circuit here in F1 2014, and I'm going to try my best, starting in 22nd position, to fight my way through the field in Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes here. Now, it should be pretty interesting here. We've got a 3-lap race. We're going to try and get to the front, and you can see Magnussen on pole. That's a little bit strange, but let's just avoid that and just get to the racing. Rosberg starting 5th actually there as well, so he's going to be the person we're aiming for. But here we are in 22nd position. We've got Ericsson, Chilton, Bianchi in front, and we're going to basically just try and get to the front. This is on expert difficulty, I think. If I put it on legend, I'd pretty much just be nowhere. I'd probably still finish last. So let's just make it a little bit easier, make it hopefully a little bit more fun. So charging up towards turn 1 here, which is going to hopefully get all of the slower cars out of the way here, like the Marussias, Caterhams, and maybe even the Saubers and Lotuses if possible. But it looks like they're all keeping their ground there, actually going back down to the last place there, but sliding through the middle of cars there and managing to pick up a couple of positions. Now up to P19, Suttle to our outside, Chilton, hopefully we'll be later than him on the brakes. Yes, we are. Bottas actually really far down the order there as well. Now we got Chilton just getting around the outside. He just doesn't care, he's just going for it there. So he's got up to 16th position now as we get past him. Now Maldonado, Verne, not sure what they're doing, very slow in a straight line there, and a little bit crazy, very crazy on the brakes. They're locking up. Sebastian Vettel now the person next on our list, but we're going to dive it down the inside there and get up to P11, so that's all good. And a pretty decent start there. We gained a good couple of positions. Magnussen started on pole and is now down in 10th place. We're going to try and get past him as quickly as possible. We got attack from Vettel actually onto our inside, but around the outside there of Magnussen through the, I think it used to be called the Singapore Sling, but they've sort of changed it up a little bit now, which I don't know, I kind of like the Singapore Sling. It added a bit of challenge to that part of the track. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, but that's not the part of the video we're talking about. But now we're up behind Perez here, and it's starting to get into the cars where it's a little bit more interesting to overtake, because they've got sort of good engines, they've got good downforce levels and everything, so we've got to really sort of try to overtake these guys now. It's not like the Marussias or the Caterhams where it's pretty easy to overtake. Now we've got to really push on here and try and get past them as quickly as possible. So we've got Perez, then it looks like a Red Bull, it's probably Ricciardo because I think Vettel's behind us, and then it looks like Hulkenberg after him. So pretty much the top of the field dominated by Mercedes engine cars here. I think you can even see a Toro Rosso up there as well, so maybe not so dominated by Mercedes, but still Rosberg's out in front, he's leading the race. He started, what, 6th or 5th or whatever, and he's managed to get up to the lead now. I'm not too sure what happened with Magnussen, how we managed to go from 1st to 11th in like half a lap, but trying to look around the outside of Perez, and we have done that. Kvyat very slow at turn 1, we're going to try and get down the inside of him, are we? Yes, he leaves us a bit of space, and thankfully we get down the inside a little bit sideways, however, but managing to get on the power and managed to get past Kvyat there. Now Ricciardo should be pretty interesting to overtake him. He's very good around Singapore. We saw that in real life, and obviously the car's very suited to this track, so it might be kind of difficult to overtake him. Probably the best chance actually down a straight line area of the track, but there aren't many of those at Singapore. It's a lot of sort of curvy bits of the track and not actually many long straights where we could find the place to overtake him. So Ricciardo might be a bit of a more interesting one to overtake here, because obviously the Red Bull's still got very good downforce and probably will be able to keep us behind through these corners here. So we'll see what happens here, but you know, in all honesty, we should be overtaking them because we have got a faster car by probably about a second a lap. You can see Rosberg is sort of storming out front. He's got a pretty decent gap over 2nd place there. Now we're going on the attack of Ricciardo, looking to the inside, a very optimistic move down the inside. We managed to do it on the brake, a tiny bit of contact as we sort of bring the steering lock off, but managed to get up there to P7. I think a pretty risky overtake, but overall a pretty decent overtake. It wasn't completely clean, but overall it was a pretty decent overtake there on Ricciardo on one of the parts of the tracks where you don't really ever see overtakes. So a little bit sideways from me there. I think I shifted down to 2nd gear when I probably could have just used 3rd. That's the thing about F1 2014. A lot of people are going to be making little mistakes like that, maybe shifting down too many gears or not shifting down enough gears. That's going to be very interesting to see. People messing up and making mistakes is going to be, it's going to be interesting to watch. And as you'll probably already see through my F1 2014 100% race, not everything goes smoothly 100% of the time. So I think that was a good sort of showcase of how things can go wrong in F1 2014 through just doing little silly things. And I think that's the great thing about this game really at the moment, is that, you know, it does punish the mistakes, you know, going sideways, destroying your tyres, and also just being a little bit silly, maybe going a bit too fast in some corners. It does punish you, and that probably should have been a corner cut there, but Now we're going to try and get into the slipstream of Hulkenberg here. Maybe go for a move down the inside. Switching into the rich fuel mixture, I failed the first time, I just left it in the normal mixture there, but purple through sector 1, which is good, means we're faster than anyone else through that sector. Not going to be able to get through Hulkenberg there, and this is really sort of damaging our chance of getting anywhere further than 6th place here. We can probably get Hulkenberg, but really he's doing a good job at defending here. He hasn't exactly got the slowest car in a straight line, because in fact he has the same engine as us, but probably slightly different downforce levels. Maybe there to run a little bit more downforce here. Hulkenberg, I'd assume so. Force India, looking to the inside though, there's not much space. We're going to go down the inside. Yes, we are. Really close racing here in Singapore. Sort of throw the car into the hairpin there and now fly away down this long straight. The place where I thought would actually be overtaking Hulkenberg was down the straight in the slipstream, but we don't manage to overtake him there. We managed to overtake him before, so that's even better. So now a 1.9 second gap to Button. Unlikely we're going to be able to catch him in the rest of this lap. And yeah, overall guys, I really have enjoyed F1 2014 so far. I think tomorrow I'm going to be doing a first impressions video. I'm going a little bit deep into the chicane here through the ending part of the lap. I don't know, is that a bridge there? I don't even know what it is, but it's got a bit of a thing on top of it. So yeah, overall pretty impressed with this game so far, guys. I wasn't really expecting much, in all honesty, because you know, obviously I know that they're really pushing towards F1 2015, but overall I am very happy. So let me know what you think of the gameplay you've seen so far, whether you like it or not, whether you're going to be buying it, if you weren't thinking about it, or any stuff like that. Just let me know in the comment section down below. It's always interesting to read your guys' comments. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for tuning in once again. But till next time, it's been Axel out here. Goodbye.